morning, and actually this is the first video in YouTube, and I am Catur Eka Prasetyo,
And I'm Teguh Pandapotan Bako.
and we will some explain about difficulties in English. First is pronunciation,
And the second is grammar.
the third is vocabulary.
And find an idea.
Okay, in these steps, our or us will be explained is the pronunciation. How to good to use the pronunciation. First is learn to listen. You must to learn by the listen like a song or video. You can listen some music with the note or melody, so that can improve your pronunciation with learn the listen.
And the second is notice how your mouth and lips move. When you speak, you move your mouth. How you move your mouth affects how you pronounce a word. The first step to correcting your mouth step is to notice it and pay attention. And you can do it by use a mirror or put a finger in front of your lips.
The third is pay attention to your tongue. When you speak, you must move your tongue to make sound. For example, is the or all or r. Your tongue is must to under lips, so you can use that to improve your pronunciation with the. Alright?
And the fourth is break words down into sound. Words are made up by syllables of part. The word syllable, for example, has 3 syllables. Syllable. Turning words into parts can make them easier to pronounce. To check how many syllables a word has, place your hand flat just under your chin. Say the word slowly. Each time your chin touches your hand, that's a syllable.
For the 5 is add stress to sounds and words. Sometimes where you put the stress in a words can change the words, meaning say this word out loud. For example, is present, P-R-E-Z-E-A-N-T. Is if you say the pronunciation is present, it means you write this moment or a gift. Or the other side, if you say the present, you are talking about a verb that means to give or show. And if you want to have a good pronunciation, you must to add stress to sounds and the words.
And the sixth is use pronunciation podcast or video. There are some experts on English pronunciation that you can use to improve. If you like podcast better, Pronunciation has over 200 audio files that help with everything from pronunciation to stress and pitch, how you rise and lower your voice while you speak.
And the 7 is record yourself. And how do you record yourself? You just speaking in English. You record in your handphone or mobile handphone, and you say anything words, sentence, or you can say in paragraph. After you record, you listen more, and you find the faults, what is the things in the means in the word, sentence, or paragraph, and you can fix that. It is you can improve your pronunciation.
And the last is practice with a body. As always, practice makes perfect, and it is easier to practice with a friend. Practice with a buddy or a friend will give you a chance to try everything you learn and learn new things from each other. Plus, it is so fun to do. Thank you.
And that is the pronunciation lesson. And for the number 2 is with my friends. My friends will be explained. Thank you.
Bye.
Grammar is subject that stress many students out, as it can be quite considering and complicated. However, correct grammar is important for writing and success, and there are some tips to improve English grammar skill. The first one is read. Reading may be the number one way you can improve your grammar skill. When you read correct grammar in your mind, it can be particularly helpful to read out loud. And the second is grammar manual. It is useful to have draw references, book nearby that you can consult in writing. And the third, review the basic book. While classes English, linguistics, and writing may not be something you are interested, it is vital to spend a bit time to learning reviewing the basic principle. 4. Practice. The more practice make everything perfect. But you can practice in a book or online website about English skill. And 5th, listen to others. 6. Prove out loud. Sometimes we read pieces we have written, our brain falls in the gaps of missing information. And the last, write. Just it help to read deal. It always also benefit to write more. The more practice writing with proper grammar, the more naturally you can improve your English grammar. Okay, that's about grammar tips.
So guys, I want to tell you about vocabulary. Vocabulary is the word that have a meaning, and then they have the kind of word. For example, like beautiful, the kind of word of beautiful is adjective. Vocabulary is the most important for writing because without vocabulary we cannot writing our words well, because we don't know what kind of words that we want to tell in our writing. And then vocabulary we'll find in some dictionary, and then we have to know the pronunciation well. We can know the pronunciation from like online dictionary, because there are speaker can tell the pronunciation to us. Vocabulary is help us to write well, and then vocabulary will help us to know or to understand what the words or what kind of words that we want to apply in our writing. So that's all about that I know from dictionary. This is from our group, and thank you.
Hello, my name is Poltak Tambunan. I will give you explanation about experience of understanding English. Many people and especially students have a problem in learning English, because learning English is not easy, because it's the second language that you know it from the education. And I will give you several things of the English problem in student, and there are. One is rarely to read a book. If you not do your time to read a book, it's really hard to writing in English, because there is a grammar you don't understand in writing. If you read a book much, you can know grammatical mistake and many experience. It will give you more information about writing. And number two is lack of interest in reading. if you're not really interested in reading, you can be writing, because if you're reading you can writing. No, nobody people can write if he or she doesn't reading. And the number three is motivated to write. If you motivated yourself in writing, you can be very fluency in writing, because if you motivated, you can stand of yourself whatever. If you have many mistake, you have to be many confident. It's because yourself is motivated. And number four is don't afraid to make a mistake. But if you have a mistake, you must be solve your mistake and do it routine. So that is the problem of many people who study in English. So in fact, you are must have experience to make good in writing. Thank you.